Hello guys, welcome back to my page. So, continuation of my story in part 1. If you've not watched it, go back and watch so that you can follow up with the storyline. So on getting already, I've invited him over. I've sent an invite to my dad and he approved of him coming over. Now I told him, he was extremely, guys, you can see the happiness in this guy. He was extremely happy. He started asking me what type of drink my dad takes. This and that. I told him my dad is not, he doesn't take alcohol. He takes anything non-alcoholic. He said, what kind of wine is it come? I said, I don't know. You know what is good for who you're going to see, provided it is not alcohol, depending on the type of invitation you had at hand. He said, okay. He went and bought the drink he took down to my dad. So that very morning, he came down. I have to move down to Onitsha to help prepare something, because you guys know my mom is late. So I'm the first child, the first daughter. So I still need to assist my dad in some little preparation awaiting him. So around that kind 12, 1, no, 11, 12, 12:30, he was already in Onitsha. So he now called. I have to go pick him up, and he came to the house to see my dad. So when he came, my dad received him. We gave him what we can afford, and after the whole reception, my dad now asked him formally what brought him to his house. He now told my dad that he saw this young lady, being me, he was referring to me, and he feels that he has seen his better half, that he's the only son of his parents. And guys, this guy was not bred in Nigeria. He was born and bred in Cameroon. So it's not been quite long. He came back to Nigeria and all of that, started working, blah blah blah. So he now told my dad, I have to ask a lot of questions. My dad now asked him, he answered. My dad now told him that there are things in Igbo land that we don't really play or joke with when it comes to marriage. I hope all these are in order. He gave his answers. My dad now said, okay. So now I've given you my own response, but it didn't end there, because in my place, only the parents of the child or the daughter cannot give out the girl in question in marriage. I need to communicate with my kinsmen. Then I will now give you feedback. And also on your side, I expect to see your parents or people that stand as your parents, mostly your dad, your uncles, your kinsmen, in your next visit, because only a man too cannot go to marry a woman. So he now said, okay, daddy, this, that is even ready. That if it's that money is not the problem, that is. My father said, my Mr. Man, where you saw my daughter, do you know where you saw my daughter? I said, yes, because my daughter told me where she saw you, and apparently you should know that she is not coming from a reckless home. I sent her to school and she's done with school. She's waiting for her service. So don't think that I'm interested in that your money. I've told you, go back and tell people who sent you to my house that I have seen you, but you guys need to hold on. I need to communicate my people. Then when I'm done, you guys need to come, and we need to conduct some inquiries on both family. I will inquire about your family, and you will inquire about my own family in return, before we can now make up and fix a date. At this point, guys, take note. The arrangement was no longer looking comfortable to the guy. As in, he was like expecting my dad to be those gluttonous parents, those parents that are after money. Once they see a young guy, hey, bring money, this, it will be shaking all over you. Say that, but at least my dad, maybe next time, I believe by the next time we are coming is just to take our wife. And say, which wife? She's still my daughter. I've not done anything. I've not given out my consent. I've not given her out in marriage. I have a whole assignment to conduct on you before I can agree to fix a date. He now said, okay, daddy, okay. And I said, but daddy, it's better you bless us. Just bless us. I just feel that you need to pray for us. Bless us. I said, I cannot bless you. Okay, are you not telling me to join you with my daughter? Anything I'm doing here, both spiritually and physically, is working together. So I cannot do any of such because you're not yet her husband. Go and do what I asked you to do. And I said, okay, daddy, if you don't want to bless us together, just pray for me so that things will go smoothly. So after much persuasion, my dad said he tried to stretch his hand to pray for him. But each time he tried to stretch his hand, he has this ghost bump all over him. His head were like swelling. Each time he stretched his hand to pray for him, the thing happened 3 times. He now sluggishly brought it, and he now said, just go, it's well with you. He left. Now when he left, my dad was not telling me that, are you sure you studied this young man that came to the house? There is this thing, I'm not sure, I can't place my hand on it, but I'm not really convinced. I need to slow these people down so that I can really get this body language I'm perceiving about this young man that is not really okay. I said, okay, that I myself is not in a hurry. That was when my dad now drew my ear that whatever I'm doing with this guy, that he will never condone any unwanted or sex before marriage, any unhealthy meeting, going to the other room without the approval being done, before the formality being done. I told him that even before you said so, I have decided that since he's coming up from the angle of marriage, that everything needs to be done formally. That I can never waste my life in IMSU, struggling to get a degree, and only for me to mess it up at this point. That I cannot. My dad said, I trust in my daughter. We ended it at that point. So guys, I don't want this video to get too long. Join me to the last part where I will tell you what actually happened. See you in my next video. Bye bye.